Hello all, this is Brian from Earth to Hearth. So today I'm going to be canning some blueberries. Now, this is our first year we got some extra blueberries. But not a whole lot. Not a whole lot, unfortunately. But what we're going to do, just for simpleness here, is we're just going to do a simple water bath can. We're going to can them whole in water. That way, and the reason behind that is because we only really have enough for one full can. I really don't know how I'm going to use them long term, because I can make jam, could make pie filling, could use them for in muffins, and by just simply doing them in water versus like a syrup or making those jams, that allows me in the future to sort of decide what we want to do when we do it and when we're ready to do it, and I don't have to worry about these blueberries starting to mold or go bad. That way they'll be canned, safe, good to eat whenever we're ready. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm going to do this on my head. I'm going to try that today. So I'm going to be basically, one of the things I really like, I'm a big fan of references. I think it really helps, no reason to reinvent the wheel. This is the Ball Blue Book. I find it just a great basic way to find good basic recipes. Obviously there's tons out there on the internet, but I mean, there's only so many ways you can just do simple canning recipes. So this, what I'm using here, is just a little over 8 ounces. I would recommend that you go less by weight in this case and do it by fill. I want to make sure you're given enough headspace when you're canning. So I think this ended up being just a little over 8.5 ounces, but shoot for 8 ounces, and you can always do a little more or less as needed. And we're going to put these in here, and then I'm going to put some water, and then we're going to bring that to a boil. All right, so now we're going to add water and bring this up to a boil. This is pretty simple. Like I said, we're just going to bring this up to a boil, and then once that's ready, we'll then hot ladle that into the jars. So while that's going to get going, we're going to get this bad boy all filled up. All right, so our first pitcher of water here. Now obviously this isn't the most efficient, I'm gonna move this over here, way to can stuff, but that's okay. What you can also do is try and save other recipes for that time. So if you do have a couple of small batches, now I don't have a whole lot of other stuff just at the moment to can, and I just don't want these blueberries to start molding or just anything, just get them done and out of the way. So we're gonna do that. It's just water at the end of the day, and we can recycle it. And number 2. All right, and the next one. In this case, so some canning recipes, we're gonna have you start with the water still and then heat it up. But in this case, for this one, we want to get the water to a simmer, so it's ready to go by the time we add our blueberries. And they are actually going to be almost ready. Okay, so this is the last one here. There's a little extra just in case. I need some more, and we are now going to turn this down here. All right. There's a little stir here. All right. Now, some of these have, unfortunately, lost their shape, but that's okay. Now, some of the reason this is referred to as a hot pack method. I'll see the difference being you're going to heat your mixture up and add it, versus a cold pack would be, let's say you added the blueberries, cold blueberries into the jar, and would add like your syrup or hot mixture, if it was a pickle or anything, then into that, and then we'll put it over to can. All right, now these look like they should be just about done. we're gonna ladle these all in. And we'll add the water as well, but I want to make sure we get all the blueberries in there. And we will ladle the rest in. All right. Now always remember to leave headspace when you're canning. So that's the whole reason for that, and that way it doesn't explode in the middle of the canning experience. All right, and before you go and seal it up, you're gonna want to wipe it down. Now I've already sanitized everything. Sorry, I know some people may want me to include that, but it's nothing special. You should always sanitize your jars and lids. Just use boiling water, throw them in. I already cleaned that up just so this area was set up properly. And then you're just gonna do that, seal it up, and then we're gonna wait for this to come to a simmer. All right, we're just getting to a simmer here. So we're gonna drop our can in and then check our height on the water. We need 1 inch to properly. We are right at 1 inch. I am probably gonna add just a little bit more, and that's why I kept a little extra water. All right, that should give us enough safety, so in case anything boils off during the process, we'll still have plenty of extra. And then now we wait till we get to a boil, and then we're going to process for 15 minutes. And remember, you do not start your time for your processing until it gets to a boil. All right, our timer just finished up here, so we're gonna turn this bad boy off and get this lid out. And when you're doing this, I always recommend do the lid away from you so that steam you see rising doesn't come up and burn your hand. It's not fun. So that way all that steam is going somewhere else and not onto you. And then for this here, you're gonna want to let your jar cool for 12 hours, really just overnight. And then that way you can test the seal and make sure it's sealed up properly. And that's about it. I mean, canning really is not as complicated of a process as some make it out to be. And a lot of things are pretty simple. So now here we're gonna have some canned blueberries. We can make jam out of it. If I wanted to make jam, I would probably just add some sugar to it and then cook it down until it reduced and made the consistency of jam. For pie filling, would just kind of follow the simple instructions for making a pie filling. Really, or I could just drain it and dump it into a mix of blueberries or pancakes. So hope you enjoy, and hope this inspires you to can your own things from your own garden.